Here we're asked to sketch a unit circle, and in your circle, sketch an angle between 0 and 2 pi that has, and then a bunch of stuff. So here's our unit circle that I'm going to draw here. We have to draw a bunch of different things. So the first one here, an angle that has a positive cosine and a negative sine. So if you remember when we're talking about sines and cosines, cosine represents the x value on the unit circle and sine represents the y value. So if it's a positive positive cosine and a negative sine, then something like this in purple. So this angle right here would have a positive cosine value and a negative sine. Second one has a sine value of negative 0.5 or negative 1/2. So again, sine being the y. So something that I know that this unit circle has a radius of 1. So negative 1/2 would be, that's trying to be in the middle there. So we get something that looks like this. This may get a little bit messy with all these different angles, but you get the general idea here that then there's two different sine values of negative 1/2, and I just chose one of them. This third one here is a negative cosine, negative cosine, which means we're going to the left of the y-axis, and a negative sine. So I'm actually going to use the same one here that we used in red, because that's a negative sine and a negative cosine. Then we got a cosine of about negative 0.9 and a sine of about 0.3. So cosine, I don't know, let's call it here. And again, this is a sketch. It's not perfect necessarily, but hopefully that lands at the right spot. And then lastly, can an angle have a sine equal to 0.9 and a cosine equal to 0.8? So in the situation, if you look like at a sine of 0.9, that would be somewhere like right around here, right? Because it's really close to the edge at the top because it's close to 1. Now, what you notice here is like as the sine value gets bigger, like as we go farther up the circle this way here, the cosine value is actually getting smaller because it's getting closer to that y-axis. So it's impossible to have this happen here because there's like a certain ratio between the x and the y values, where as the y value gets bigger, the x value is getting smaller or closer to 0. And as the x value gets bigger, the y value is getting closer to 0. And so that's why this can't be possible.